Hey Kirk, how's it going?
Chilling, man. I got in a little fight in West Philly. My mom sent me to the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. So now I'm living in this mansion.
Are you in Los Angeles right now?
No, I'm actually I'm dog sitting.
Ebonics.
Proper Ebonics.
Proper Ebonics. What's up?
Sad Saturday morning record. You know how we do. You know what I'm saying?
They should know how we do. At this point, it's like, yeah, you're looking for like Saturday morning on the cusp of waking up, that energy. Proper Ebonics weekends.
Well, last weekend we didn't get a chance to record because somebody wanted to have a good time. Yeah.
Yeah,
How was your
man.
how was your trip, man? How was New Orleans? How was
Bro, it was worth it.
it?
It was worth it. There was literally only one hiccup the whole time is that it was raining on the way there, so we had to stop in Pensacola, Florida, for 30 minutes, which isn't a bad deal at all. Sometimes people stop for like 3 hours.
Yeah,
But other than that, bro, like it was excellent.
yeah.
Like I'm still processing. I'm doing a little bit of writing on it, but it was like so we did everything, close to everything.
What'd you do? What'd you
Got
do?
got there, hit up bourbon at night, talked some dips, twirl some dips around, bought some drinks for the dips. Then they immediately left. That was messed up, dips. But then,
Because you gave them our podcast name and now they're listening.
yeah, well, yeah, maybe, yeah. They're like, we got to get out of here and listen to this podcast. We can't handle the real thing. Did the alligator tour.
Yo, I seen that. I seen that. So I seen that you was
Uh,
you was on the boat, on the pontoon boat. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
man.
How was it? Was it scary? Were you nervous?
At first, yeah, because they're like messing around. Like, I guess they sense my fear of alligators. Because like the tour people, like they had like a little claw on a stick, and
Yeah.
then like he'd like touch my leg. I'd be like, oh, like it's kind of. And then the Captain Rick, shout out to him. When I was like, oh, I'm kind of frightened of alligators. He was like, oh, come on out here. Just sticks his hand out and grabs a tail of an alligator, or at least
Oh,
tries to. He's like, I'm gonna let you touch this alligator. I was like, oh snap. But alligator does what alligators do and just kind of shiveled away. But
so
yeah,
you
we
didn't
did
get to
that.
you didn't get to touch it?
No, I didn't get to touch it, but honestly, I wasn't that hyped to touch an alligator. But we did feed alligators, which is cool. We were on the pontoon. Shout out to Winky. It's a 12-foot alligator. We didn't see Winky, but we saw some of the other smaller ones.
Yeah.
The largest one we saw was what, 8 to 12 feet. It was big. And yeah, it was nice out there, man. And you got to see other animals too.
Well, what's the one thing you remember eating? Because New Orleans is big for their food. You know what I'm saying? What
Yeah.
was the best meal you had when you was down there?
The best was a po' boy at Killer Po' Boys. Shout out to them. That it was on Dauphine Street. So if you're in Louisiana, check that out. That was the best meal. The most notable meal, though, was my boy. He got alligator sausage po' boy,
That sounds delicious.
and I tried a little bit of the sausage. I was like, oh, I'll try it out, and immediately I started to shiver. I could barely digest it. I was like, I just kept thinking of alligators. I couldn't come over that barrier. So that was wild. Like he kept saying like, "Yo, this hits the spot. This hits the spot." I'm like, I do you, man. It didn't taste bad. It was just like it mentally kind of roughed me out.
Do you know like cheeseburgers are like cows? Do you just get like, oh my gosh, this cow, I can't do it? Is that how you
That
get
I
with
may
regular food?
that may be it. That may be my turn to veganism. Messing around eating alligator. That may be like you give me unorthodox animals to eat, and I will go vegan for a week. But yeah, I don't feel that way with burgers. But the alligator I kept thinking of like the dry skin and the tails. Yeah, I haven't conquered that fear yet, but yeah, man, it was nice. It was nice
Yeah,
out
man.
there.
Glad you made it back safe and sound. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe I don't
Glad
even. This may not even be the real Kirk, bro. Like, you know how haunted it is over there.
yeah.
Crazy haunt. I'm pretty sure I met a vampire. I'm not even joking, bro. It was
Yeah,
like,
they'd be walking around Bourbon Street dancing and stuff. Those the vampires.
yeah, like all right. So I won't disclose too much information on this vampire situation. I also met a witch. That one I went to a witch shop, and they were most definitely witches. So like Ray and I were walking these two ladies back to their place about like 20 minutes away from Bourbon, and I've been drinking a good amount
Yeah.
on a Thursday and all that stuff. So like I'm drinking, then maybe like 15 minutes into the walk, I realized like it's 2 in the morning. We're nowhere near anyone. It's dark. They say they're guests, but how we're just trusting them right now. They're just kind of leading us to like this like isolated area. And then I don't know if it was drunk me or New Orleans me. I like kind of nudged Ray back. I was like, yo, bro, what if they're vampires? He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, bro, the safe word zebra. Like I was like, I had a plan because I was convinced for a good 3 minutes that these vampires lured us in and they were gonna get us. But if they did get us, then this new Kirk's out here just chilling.
I think that was drunk Kirk. I don't think that was. I think that was just drunk Kirk.
I don't know, man. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff's going down over there, man.
Oh, that is so good. Did they suck your blood?
Nah, 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 nah. No, no, it was a dipful endeavor.
Good.
Yeah, it popped off.
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, man.
I did, man. Thanks, bro.
You're still smiling. I love it,
It was nuts, bro.
man. I'm happy you didn't get any blood clots while you were down there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, your boy got the Johnson. So it's funny. So you were talking about getting yours like the Wednesday, and then literally
Bro,
the day before.
look. This what happened. So I made my appointment for Wednesday. I was talking to my girl. I was like, "Yeah, I'm getting the Johnson and Johnson." She was like, "You sure you want to get that? Because the efficacy, whatever, is only 66%."
Yeah.
So I was like, so that night I was like, you know what? I'm not getting the Johnson and Johnson. I'm gonna get something else. So I literally I made a whole another appointment to get. I think it was the Pfizer, right? And then I woke up in the morning and they was talking all this bad shit about Johnson and Johnson. I was like, whew.
I was
You know
like,
what
yo,
I'm saying?
chill out. Chill. No, yeah, that's I'm not too worried about it. I'm not it's such like I think it was like what 6 people that they focused on were hospitalized. Other than that, it has been an issue. I get why they did it, I'm sure, but at the same time, I can't say I was freaking out over it. I was like, it's in me. I'm here.
Yeah, it was literally 6 people out of 7 million, which is less than 1%. So it's just like I've seen people talking about like women get blood clots from birth control all the time. They're not canceling that shit. So it's kind of like,
Mm.
I mean, it is what it is. Like you said, it's in you now. It ain't like,
Yeah, Aiden, did you get your Pfizer one yet? Like the first one?
yeah, I got the first Pfizer.
Okay.
Yeah, I did get that joint. I was kind of at ease too getting it because there were so many white people in line. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, they not really doing us dirty if there's so many white people getting it. They not, you know what I mean? I felt better about it.
Yeah, man, that's usually a good barometer for that. Like, how many white people are in line for this one?
Yeah, it was like the real white. It was like racist white people in line. It was one guy. Look, it was one. I walked in right. It was like two different lines. It was like two different areas, and they were all sending us to like this one line. So my guy was like, "Go to this line," and this other lady was like, to this one guy, like, "Okay, you get in line behind him." And he was like, "Is he butting in line?" I was like, "Yes, racists are here. This is safe. This is safe." You know what I mean?
Damn,
So yeah,
man. Well, I'm glad you're on the path of alleged security
yeah.
in terms of the immune. I felt pretty good. Like I was pushing the efficiency of this vaccine in New Orleans. I was pushing, high fiving strangers. Like I did the classic move, like when you're in the club and all that stuff. You start off with a high five, and then you'd
Yeah.
start twirling afterwards. I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, this like rich couple, they just came and like started buying us drinks to the point where it was like, yo, I think they want us to like join them. Like they were really like she was just talking about like how she was flashing her breasts on bourbon, which is a real thing.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, they really be doing that. That's wild.
Yeah.
So, I got extra beads. I got came on the plane. So I gotta get rid of these damn beads. That approach doesn't work in Pennsylvania though. You can't
Right, right,
can't try that as much.
right. You never know. During Mardi Gras, people will swear they're in New Orleans, no matter what part of the world they're in. You can try it. Trust me, I've done it.
I'm gonna say I tried it at an open mic. I went to the Soul Joel's on Tuesday, and I brought some beads with me just in case. I was like, "Yo, let me find out."
A lot of fat open mic comedy titties you've seen.
Not even, bro. Like, shout out to Roger and Linda. Roger, he showed me his belly button.
Yeah,
Game of yeah,
I kind of believe you though. I kind of believe you though.
that's a real thing. That's a real thing.
You going to get tested again since you're back now? You're just like, fuck it, I got the vaccine, I'm straight.
Chilling, chilling, bro. Chilling out here. No, I'm not getting it tested. I mean, if something happens, yeah, sure, I'll get tested again. But it's like,
Right, right.
I really am like, if the thing about this and doing the New Orleans thing, granted, I was vaccinated, so that was helpful. But doing that and sharing a room with someone and just being at a hotel in general and really just living life almost on like back in 2019. I was back in 19. That that kind of eased me at much more of like, all right, if not to say like, all right, if I didn't get it there, then if I'm doing my things that I usually do out here, I'll be fine. But it definitely added a little bit of that to it of like, all right, well, if I was fine in those situations where tourists from all over the world, mainly the US and New York, are traveling to New Orleans and I'm interacting with them, high-fiving and all that stuff.
So were you masked up down there? Was anybody masked up? Like how was it down there?
Some, yeah, that's like it would go on and off for me. It was like if you're going through crowds, I popped it on. A lot of people just didn't have theirs on. Still, like if you go like indoors somewhere, you put yours on. But like in terms of like nightlife, not really. No,
Yeah.
it was mask off over there. It
Mask
was
off.
yeah. It was. I was seeing teeth. I haven't seen teeth in a while.
Oh man, that's so good, man. I'm glad you had a good time down there and seeing some teeth and tits.
Yeah, teeth and tits. Yeah, it's a. I didn't get robbed either. I was like, all right, I was gonna wear. I wore the gold chain, the ring.
Listen, you don't look like somebody that, no offense, but like if I was on a robbing spree, I'm not gonna rob you, bro. You got like a flannel on. You don't look like you got stacks of money on you. You got a phone. That's about it.
Bro, I had a neat outfit on. I had a neat outfit Saturday afternoon. I was robbable. I was going into gift shops left and right, just buying things too. Trust me, I was robbable. But off the
It's
strength, they knew not to.
I was robbable. That's
Most
hilarious.
definitely I was robbable.
You was
I
just
asked
yeah,
someone to
you
take a photo of me, and I was like, while they were taking it, I was like, they should rob me. They should,
walking,
they should.
walking down Bourbon Street with a money phone. Yeah, I'm being very robbable right now. Call you back.
Yes, and I lucked out.
Oh, that's so good. You know who lucked out right now, yo?
What's up?
Jalil White.
Jalil White,
Jalil
man.
White, aka Steve Urkel, aka Stefan Urkel. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
He
That
lucked
was so he came back. We saw the return of Steve Urkel last week at the Ben Askren versus Jake Paul thriller fight, and he did a commercial where he's selling his own strain of marijuana, Purple Urkel, which you would think is already a strain, but yeah, that's cool. How is that not a strain?
right.
That's so it was nice. I'm a big Urkel fan. Come on, but like it was so nice seeing him back. His voice was a little bit deeper, which is a good thing, I think.
Yeah.
And he killed it. It was
Yeah, man. It was good. It was good. It's like I've seen him in like shows and commercials and things like that online, but it was good to see Urkel. You know what I mean? That's what I was happy to see.
yeah. So how do you feel about like not just not just like old characters coming back, but like old characters from our childhood coming back and doing or selling adult activities?
I mean, I love it. I don't. it's great. He's an adult now. I'm an adult now. So yeah, it's not like he's like influencing the children because they don't know who he is. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's just like this is pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I would like to see like who else from our childhood? Like you got like
See, like,
sister Tia and Tamara. You know what I mean? Like they have
oh,
gone on to do adult things. Like yeah, it's cool. Like
wait,
everybody,
what?
not like oh you know who doing some adult. Not like that. They've been, but they in like adult shows, adult movies, and things like that now. But like the Nessa from Bernie Mac,
Oh yeah, I don't want to speak out of pocket here, but she's in pornography, right?
she's on OnlyFans, so she on
Oh,
OnlyFans
okay.
showing her goodies. So it's like it's good to see her, transform from the kiddie stuff to the adult realm. You know what I'm saying? We're here for it. You know what I mean? Shout out to Nessa.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna be like the T and Tamara, like they sold like vulva rings. I was like, whoa, really? That, that's
No, I was trying to think of something that was adult like, but like Tia Tamara, yeah, they still don't like TV and stuff, but like Nessa is the perfect example. She is the woman purple Urkel. You know what I mean?
she's the woman purple circle. That's her handle. She's like, don't call me that. I think there's another one. I don't know if you remember Johnny Bravo. He's selling Rogaine now. He has a brand of Rogaine, so that's pretty cool.
Well, the Johnny Bravo with all the hair though. He was known for the hair, and now he's selling get your hair
So
back products.
yeah, so it is doable. You could see people do it now. It is just interesting to see. I know I saw a lot of people online being like, "My childhood is dead. Why is he selling weed?" It's like, it's you want him to continue with cheese. I mean, he did mention the commercial that his most profitable brand is his cheese company, which I did enjoy. I was like, oh.
Look, yeah, but we're sick of the cheese now. So like this is the what's is legal now. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much almost everywhere. Everybody's making money off of it. Why not? I love to see it. I love to see when like the black people step into the weed game. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because it's pretty much a white game. A lot of the dispensaries are white owned and things like that. You got to have money already to get started, which is part of the reason. You know what I'm saying? So I love to see it. You know what I'm
That's why a lot
saying?
of people have a hard time supporting dispensaries sort of thing because it's like, oh man, maybe release some of those black dudes in jail for it, but instead it's like we see everyone just that has money now profiting off it, where there's a lot of people or at least were serving lengthy sentences because of it. So it is a nice in between, I imagine, for a lot of people to like see someone like a Steve Urkel, Jaleel White. I gotta call him Jaleel White. I feel like he doesn't like the idea of like, oh, but my name is Jaleel. You don't need to call me Urkel.
I mean, he's definitely embracing the Urkel thing. So like, he's always going to be Urkel to us. I don't. Yes,
He
I know your name, but you're Urkel, bro.
he said in the big thing with this one is that years ago he was saying how he would never play the character again, and they may have took it out of context, but he stated something along the lines of, if you ever see me playing Urkel again, put a bullet in my head. That was
Okay.
yeah, so like, but I think he like kind of went back years later and was like, no, like I love the character and all that stuff. It was just like I was growing out of it, and yeah, but he's back. I want to
Yeah,
see him on Netflix.
definitely. I wouldn't mind watching Family Matters on Netflix.
We gotta bring it back.
No, man, but I think that what they should do is I don't know if you know this, but like they give I don't know if it's just the Chinese community or if it's the whole Asian community, but they give Chinese families tax breaks
Oh,
when they started businesses. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a form of reparations. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, yo, you ain't got to pay taxes on this business for the first 5 years that you're in this country. Good luck, type shit. You know what I'm saying? They get like tax breaks. I think it'd be dope for them to like give the people that were in jail because of weed tax breaks on dispensaries. You know what I'm saying?
oh,
Like I think that might be a cool way to like yo, we fucked up. Yeah, we had you in jail for all these years for things that people making money off now. Here go your 5 year tax break. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be cool.
I think a tax break and some sort of initiative for, because some of them may not have, because they've been in jail or for whatever reasons, they don't have like the business mind or the education to run a full business.
Hold
So if
on, hold on, hold on.
oh,
That's why they're in jail for running full businesses, but they just happen to be illegal. So
Right.
like,
For those that were selling, but I'm saying for those that also were just had it sort of thing. But yeah, that is true though. For the sellers that they would have that state of mind. But for those that may not, I think it'd be cool if the dispensaries had it like an initiative to give those incarcerated like a level entry, some sort of like foot in the door to
look,
like get into business. I think that
this
would be cool
is
too.
I think that not too many people are spending long sentences in jail for weed that they weren't selling. You know how much weed you got to have in order to get years in jail? So it's not too many. Like, if you're just a smoker, you're not going to jail for years. It's just not, you
So
know what
I
I'm
don't,
saying?
I can't say I know factually, but I'm pretty sure they were pretty hard on it, and like
No,
especially the late '90s.
what I mean is, so I'm a black guy, right? If I get pulled,
I've heard.
if I'm smoking weed and I get pulled over, what's the most I'm going to have from just a smoker? Like, I'm just,
Oh,
you know what I mean? So it's like, I will get in trouble, yes, but I'm not going to jail for
right.
years. Like, so like, I think that the people that are in jail for weed crimes are people that probably were selling it because they had so much that they went to jail for years for. So like,
Mm.
I'm just a regular dude. I'm not gonna be riding around with 10 pounds of weed in my trunk. I'm just a smoke. You know what I mean? That's just not, you know what I mean? So I think it's kind of a slap in the face to give them an entry level position at a place that they probably know more about. You know
So,
what I mean?
and if produce Pat, if you could proof check this one too, because that and that aspect of it, like those that were dealing it, they were had a bunch of it. Then yeah, they do have. It sounds like they would have somewhat of a business mind state. Um, but I may have just heard horror stories of like people that have been caught with just like grams and just how the situation is set up and like how the system is, where it's like they would go to jail for years for it. And I don't know fully if that's
Me,
the case.
me. You remember? Like,
Yeah, but that's
I got arrested with a gram of weed. I got arrested with 1 gram of weed. Where if I'm telling you, bro, if I was some white kid, they would have just threw that shit on the ground and told me to go home. You know what I mean?
mm,
Like, I got arrested. I had to do community service. I had to fucking pay fines. Like, I got in trouble for like a half of a L. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like
mm,
what happened now. What happens is now I'm gonna be in like if, you know I'm gonna be in the system now. You know what I mean? So like now it's like I could be on for probation or something. Like and I had to like take piss tests and things like that now. So now it's just like they use the weed just to get us in the system. You know what I'm saying? So like
okay.
that's what I'm saying. So like yeah, people who go to jail for like small amounts of weed, they probably have been put into the system over some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Now they're on probation or other things
That's
are going
true
on.
too. Yeah, just a way to kind of get you in.
Yeah.
Producer Pat pulled up a quote. You have 2.3 million of our fellow Americans behind bars. It's a large prison population on the face of the planet. Many are for nonviolent drug crimes, including possession of marijuana, at the time that more than half of the state has legalized or decriminalized it. Uh, Beto O'Rourke, which is Mickey Rourke's son. Yeah, I mean that's yeah, that is a very true point of like, oh yeah, just kind of like a gateway in some ways of like, oh yeah, a gateway into the system.
Yeah.
It's
That's what
just
they
like,
use. That's what they use it for. Like I'm telling you, it's completely it's just listen, I'm telling you, dog, it's set it up like this on purpose. So everybody that has had weed shit, if they legalize weed in Pennsylvania, they need to give me a refund for the fines that I paid. You know what I mean? So it's
oh,
kind
kind
of
of
like
cool. Yeah, they send
like
the
bro.
cops to your place to do community service of like they gotta like print your shirts out and like, yo, get cardboards. We need 16 of them by 12 o'clock.
Right.
That'd be
You
kind
know
of
what I'm
cool.
saying? That'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? They could pay me my lawyer fees back. You know what I'm saying? All this of us. You know what I mean? Like, you know how much
Damn,
money
I
I had to
forgot
spend?
about that little situation you got on. That was
How much
annoying. I was
money I
annoyed
had to
for you.
spend because of that? You know what I mean?
Ugh,
Like, yeah,
yeah.
man. Yeah, that shit is crazy. So that's why I like to see Purple Urkel doing things like that, man. He had Snoop. He had Snoop in a
I
joint. You know what
know,
I'm saying?
yeah.
When you doing stuff with Snoop involving weed, you're gonna win.
That's a good cosign right there. That's a hefty cosign. No, it was cool to see that, and it was unfortunate that you didn't maybe get so much justice on your end. The streets are saying that justice popped off this week. The
uh,
trial of Derek Chauvin came
is
to
it
its
Chauvin?
conclusion.
Is it Chauvin? I have no idea how to say his name.
I didn't look into that part. Like I wasn't like fact checking this. Like I gotta say his name right.
Yeah, yeah.
Like yeah, Derek Chauvin or Chauvin was the verdict came out as a guilty. Inmate number 2356488836.
Is that correct, Pat? Is that for real? You just Google that.
Yeah,
You
we
want to
just
send us
gave
some
out the
hate
inmate
mail?
number for some random dude that's in jail for weed. It's like, oh my bad. Whoops. um,
Send us some
yeah,
hate mail.
so it came out Thursday. There was a lot of talk before it. There a lot of they were talking about doing a mistrial after Maxine. Is it not? I was about to say Maxine Walter. I think it is
Waters.
Maxine Walters, right?
Waters.
Waters. Okay. She mentioned just like, hey, make sure to be confrontational if he's proven innocent. And a lot of people are like mistrial, but then fortunately they did not do that. They went through with the trial and guilty.
Yeah, man. That was guilty on all three charges. That was best case scenario there. You know what I'm saying? Um, I see people like rejoicing and shit. But I thought it was kind of strange, yo. They were like, I seen somebody say like, "This is the best day since." I'm like, man, this guy still got murdered. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like it is like bittersweet. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, yeah, you want him to go to jail, but like I'm not like, woo, yeah, like this guy still lost his life. You know what I'm saying? So
I did a little fist pump in the air when I found out. It was because there was well, murder is horrible, but also would have been an extra kicker is that if he were to walk away from it, of like a blatant murder on film,
yeah,
and for whatever political reasons he was to get off. I don't know if he's going to serve that much time in jail or whatever, but it was kind of cool to see that go through. I don't think it really means much, to be truthful, at least in an immediate sense. Uh, but I will say it did feel an inkling of gratification. I did enjoy that.
yeah, yes, I would say that I felt that as well, the gratification. But like you said, my immediate thought after that, after the okay, yes, he got found guilty, was like after sentencing, bro. Like, what's really going to happen? Was he going to get 5 years? Like, what's going to happen? Is he going to get 40 years? Like, what's dog? If this man get like 6, 7 years or some shit like that, then it's just like, it's
Yeah.
like a sacrificial lamb type situation. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, we ain't changing no systems, but we're gonna give you this one guy because we all saw it. We can't let this one go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I who knows? I mean, that's the thing. Like, I'm not even necessarily on the tip of like spend the rest of your life in jail. I mean, I wouldn't care either way, but like if if they're able to do that, I'm not saying like use this guy as a means of reform or whatever. But if him going to jail for years, decades, and then perhaps reflecting on that and stuff, who knows? That's a question of like, what's better, him going to jail for life, never changing, or him going to jail for 20 years and being a new person? What's better for society?
Um, I think for this situation, I think the best thing for society is that this man does not see freedom again.
Okay.
I think that. I don't think that nobody's going to be like, oh, yes, Derek Chauvin is reformed. He's a better person. Yay for society. I don't think that that's like there's situations where people can commit crimes and do heinous things and then can, come out better. But I think for this though, like this sparked like like 2020 was essentially like sparked the Black Lives Matter movement of last year was sparked by this.
Revitalized it in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was the spark to a lot. So I think the symbolism behind him coming out a better person is like I don't give a fuck about. Like I don't
Yeah.
really care. Yeah, bro, you can go rot in jail. Like I don't mind if you do the rest of your life in jail. You took this man's life on camera. Like had your
Mm.
hand in your pocket. Like I'm saying. Like then you try to fight the case. It ain't even like you pled out. Like all right, I'm a plead guilty because I know I was wrong and no. He tried to fight it and go home scot free.
Yeah. And the interesting thing too is like when you see people get acquitted, you look at like George Zimmerman. and immediately starts doing the tours of like the tours and all that stuff, with like selling Skittles and all that. So it's like, that's, I think it's good for everyone that this person goes away for however long. He had a hot summer. You're right. 2020 had a hot summer. Do you
Yeah,
think he's going to take part in White Boy Summer this year?
they said because he got found guilty, White Boy Summer is canceled.
Oh man.
That's what they said. They said Chet Hanks was like, damn.
Damn. We'll get another summer going. We got to get like a brown boy winter going off.
Brown boy, I'm black, man. I'm not brown.
Man, that's well, you can't take part in this, then.
Black,
Get out of
man.
here.
You're not hitting me with that BIPOC people of color jazz. I'm black, man.
Yeah. I think it's just a default for me to just say brown. Uh
Well,
because
you're part Indian, so like
oh, finally. Oh, you embrace you. It's just it's,
you're part Indian, so I mean you can say brown people. I'm not the Indian people are. I'm not Indian. I'm not.
right.
I'm not Middle Eastern. I'm black. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So like
I hate how there's cops right after you say that.
I'm black. Woo! All right.
There's another one on the loose.
Look, hey, bro. As a black, I've said it before. As a black man in America, especially right now, like this week, like cops been killing people immediately. I tweeted this shit as soon as the Chauvin verdict came back guilty. I said, "Yo, cops are gonna be mad. Y'all be safe out there." Like
Yeah.
and immediately, like 3 more cop killings happened, like right after that. You know what I'm saying? Like this week has been crazy, yo. Like it's
we gotta be careful out here.
we're red, dog.
I'm
like,
laughing at shit, but we gotta be careful.
It's not a game, yo. Like it ain't like listen, it ain't. You don't see white people on body cameras getting and murdered. Like they go committing mass atrocities, and they get to take pictures from jail. I just want to take a picture from jail. Can I please be lucky enough to take a picture from jail? You know what I'm saying? Like I want a mugshot. That's all I want.
So that was one thing. I mean, along with many things that people brought up this week, there was a major one of I don't recall the girl's names. Forgive me, but the 15-year-old
Micaiah Bryant.
Oh, if that's it,
Yeah.
good stuff. And I don't recall what state. Your boy did not do much research.
Columbus, Ohio.
Damn, you should be reporting this story.
No, keep going. This is good. I like this.
So there was an incident where I guess there was some sort of a brawl, and she had a knife during the brawl, and police came and they shot her. And a lot of it's become a hot topic because people are saying it's another instance of police brutality, and a lot of people are saying it's an instance of like, well, she did have a knife and she was trying to stab someone. But to your point, I think a lot of people and also compare its idea of like a lot of the mass shooters who haven't been white in the past. It's a matter of those situations can be de-escalated, or they could be detained without gunfire being used. What are your thoughts on this, man?
Man, I think it's complete horseshit. I think that this is how I look at it, yo. I tweeted a video probably like a week ago of a white guy. He assaulted somebody with a piece of wood in Walmart, right? Cops came. Cops tried to barricade his truck in, like his pickup truck. He like crashed to the cop's car. One cop like hopped onto the driver's side window, right? This dude hit the cop in the head with a hammer.
Oh, snap.
Hit the cop in the face with a hammer and got to take a mugshot.
Wait, is this was this on the news, or do you just watch A-Team? Like what?
I just be on Twitter. I be on Twitter a lot, and there's a lot of stuff that happens that they don't put on. I don't watch the news at all. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm on Twitter, I see these things, and I was just like, and that's the first thing I thought about when he told me. And people were like, well, she had a knife. First of all, it wasn't like she was stabbing the cop. You know what I mean? She was the guy hit a cop in the head with a hammer, and he got to take a mugshot. So I think that when you're talking about a 15, hear this out, yo, a 15-year-old child, teenager, she's a woman, right? A female. a girl.
Girl, yeah.
She's a girl, not even a woman. She's a girl, right? And I say that part to say that you're telling me a grown man can't push, tackle, tase a girl?
Spare.
A girl, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the part that, bro, listen, man, I've been attacked with a knife before. It ain't you could it was me being attacked. So it's like, and I got out of it. If I
It's the
see
last
somebody,
time that you've been to Chuck E. Cheese. You're like, I'm never doing this again.
I was up there fighting the animatronic things and the employees were stabbing me. No, but like, but like that's the part I couldn't fit. I was just like, yo, knew I was thinking, yo, I seen the shot of the body cam, like the picture, the still footage of it. And the guy like was behind Ma'Khia Bryant. My first thought was he legit could have just donkey kicked her. Like he could have just like that was no, not even being funny, but that would be my first reaction. If I seen somebody stabbing my homie, right, and I was behind them, my first reaction would be just to donkey kick them right in their back, like just kick them. Like this is Sparta, like that was my first thought. And then I'm just like, you got tasers, you got all, bro, you shot this girl 4 times,
because it wasn't even just one. It definitely was. My thing is like, while the knife thing, because it looked like she was trying to get someone with the knife. I don't, those situations where, because apparently she was the one that called. So I don't know the full details behind it.
She called the cops because multiple girls were at her house to fight her or some shit like that.
Oh, I see.
So I guess by the time the cops came, she was outside trying to protect herself. You know what I'm saying? So
it's a, even if if they didn't know that situation, they're like, oh, just on the face of this, someone's trying to stab someone. You would think there's other measures versus 4 shots, like not even just one or warning shot, or like a shot to like the leg, which I'm always, whenever I hear these stories, not just with like just race, but in general with cops, it's like, why do they always go for the body shot? Why is it always like a deadly shot? Why is it never like
because they shoot to kill. Period. It ain't even. They don't want to do anything but kill. If you come on, Kirk, you even said it. A leg shot will put anybody down.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm always. I'm like, is that like in the training like that? It seems like it would ease a lot of these issues if we start like
cops are trained to shoot. What's it called? I forget what it's called. Mid-body, body mass. They're trained to shoot you
center
in your
mass.
torso.
It looks like
center mass.
Yeah.
See, there it is. Center mass. They're trained to shoot you like that. That's what they're trained to do.
And yeah, and this is definitely one of those ones where it was like, that's excessive. That's like, you could have like, again, the back was turned. You could have like grabbed from behind. You could have shot in the air. But I guess if that's your training sort of thing, then you have to look at how officers are being trained. That's an unfortunate one, though.
Yo, I'm telling you, from the back, you could have just pushed her. Like, you're a grown man. You can't push a girl?
Yeah, some girls are strong, though.
And then, look, I'm glad you said that. I'm not even going to say his name. Comedian. He tweeted.
What, Kyle Neff?
No, it was like shout out to Kyle Neff. I think he gets shout outs on every episode. But
one name to say.
But yo, this dude tweeted, man, and it sucks because he got 100,000 followers. He got a following, and people, I guess, like his stuff, man. But he tweeted something like,
"Of Eddie Murphy."
No, Eddie wouldn't dare to say this. The dude said something to the effect of, "Well, she was fat, so she looked like a grown up, and she didn't look like a child. So that's why."
Ooh,
yeah, it's just like, and know what? He really think like that. He really, because that's really
white dude, black dude,
white dude, white dude. I'll tell you when we were done recording his name, but I ain't giving him no light. Like, but I just want to let you know that people out there saying things like that, like,
can't believe Jim Carrey said such a thing. Can't believe you just said that, Jim Carrey.
You say in living color, Jim would never do that. You know what I'm saying?
Gosh.
But yeah, but that, and no, it wasn't him, Pat. But it sounded like some shit he would say. But yeah, the dude's pretty. That's what they think, though. They think that black children are older. They think that black people can handle more. That we're stronger. You know what I mean? So they look at us differently. You know what I'm saying? So the cop sees this child. He's like, and you think it's a adult, or he looks at her as more vicious than she really is. Like, come on, man.
Right.
Like,
Because if people always, they don't like to do the what if situations, but what if the teens were white? You can't even fathom there being a shooting if they were white.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one that oh, that was, oh, I see, you dropped it in the little DMs. I see what it is.
Yeah. It's,
Ooh.
and
Ooh.
but you
Ooh.
know, a lot of them, I'm gonna say it, man, because I don't give a fuck. They not hiring me. A lot of white comedians that do things that are just shock value racist shit, man. Like that shit's corny. You know what I mean? Like, are you really a comedian, or are you just a shock jock? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man, tell a joke. You know what I mean? Saying that, oh, she's fat, so she looks old. That's not funny. It's not even funny. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's not even like it's funny. So it's just like, man, that shit's corny.
I think something that I'm seeing a bit of is a lot of the people, whether they be they were silent during the George Floyd thing, or not. Some people, it's pretty much, I'm seeing a lot of people rationalize the shooting this time, being very vocal about it. And while I haven't heard comments as gross as that one, of like the fat one, I've heard a lot of like, it's on the lines of they deserve it sort of thing.
Yeah,
It all just kind of seems like people don't really want to see black people celebrate too much. It's like, oh, you guys got one with Derek Chauvin sort of thing. Well, it's like, all right, here's this one now. It's like, I that's unfortunate to see and read.
yeah. That's why I said maybe you be safe out here. And then they say things like, "Well, why do you guys always run?" This is why we run.
Mm,
This is why we run, because we're scared of dying. Like, I hate people say that. Well, if he wouldn't have ran, well, if they wouldn't been killing us for hundreds of years, we wouldn't run. You know what I mean? So it's
right.
just like,
Or have the gun right out immediately. It's like,
yeah, it's
I
crazy.
still advise. I still have, like, I don't have kids that I know of. But if I had kids, I'd be like, don't run. It just seems like that's a surefire way of something happening. Whereas, like, just, and it's not to say that they're guaranteed to be safe by not running.
Yeah,
Um, but it's definitely less of a chance for what I've seen of just like,
yeah,
just stay there, be compliant. Um, and then, because it's like, if you ever wanted to uproot the system and how things are in terms of, like, how you see police and all of that, that's really within like policies and their training, like we talked about. It's not going to come down from a one-on-one experience. Nothing's really going to change but that moment, and a lot of times you see that moment ending in fatality.
yeah.
So
That's why we gotta tell our kids, and we hear it a lot. Like, yo, just make it home. Like, the cops pull you over, just do what you gotta do just to make it home. You know what I mean? Like, that's the world we live in, though. But I wanna hop out of this, and let's jump into some proper suggestions. I don't
prop
know.
suggestions, prop suggestions. Oh my goodness.
One of my I'm not gonna say favorite shows because it's only been on for a season, but one of the shows that I enjoy watching is back for season 2, and it's Godfather of Harlem. I love the Godfather of Harlem. Are you familiar with this, Kirk?
No, I've never heard of this.
Okay, Godfather of Harlem is a loose story about Bumpy Johnson.
Okay. Bumpy.
Bumpy Johnson is famed gangster drug dealer from Harlem back in the '60s, and he had a close relationship with the mob. Like, all the families in the mob knew Bumpy Johnson, and they fuck with Bumpy Johnson, and he had a relationship with Malcolm X.
Oh.
So it's a story about Bumpy Johnson's life, and it's like interwoven with how Malcolm X was involved in his life. So it's kind of dope, you know what I'm saying?
Is someone
And then,
playing Malcolm in the show?
yeah, I don't remember. I don't know who it is. I don't even know who it is. But
But
Bumpy
he is in
Johnson,
the show though.
he is in the show. Like,
Oh.
he's like in the show a lot, so you can learn a lot about what's going on with him and Nation of Islam, and his relationship with what the fuck is the dude's name? Not Farrakhan. I'm drawing a
Um,
blank. But the
Oh,
head,
like a black leader.
like the head of the Nation of Islam. I can draw on a blank right now. But
Samuel L. Jackson. I got you,
Denzel
bro.
Washington.
Got you.
No, but
Queen Latifah.
Elijah Muhammad. Elijah Muhammad.
Okay.
So it's talked about Malcolm X's relationship with Elijah Muhammad, relationship with the community, like and then the mobs involved, and it's like, but it's some gangster shit, killing, drug
Wow.
selling, it's civil rights,
How
it's a
long's the
lot.
show been on? I've never heard this. Was it
It
Godfather of Harlem?
Godfather of Harlem. Yeah.
Damn.
So
There's a song.
producer Pat says Nigel Thatch plays Malcolm X. Yeah, shout
Oh,
out to Nigel Thatch. He does a good job. But it's on FX. I'm gonna say FX.
it's like
Epics.
epics.
It's on Epics. Yes, I don't know. I just tell my remote. I'm talking to my remote. I'm like Godfather of Harlem. Then it just takes me
Why do
to
you
it.
hold your remote so close to your mouth, bro? It's a remote. You could do it like this.
That's how I do it though. But yeah, they just started season 2. So anybody listening, check out season 1. It's dope. Season 2 just starts. Yeah, and it comes out every week. So it's not like you could binge it at the end, but you know what I'm saying? So it's a weekly thing. So
Oh, epics. I think that's our first epics recommendation. I didn't know that channel existed. That's cool though, man. Nice. This is going to be entertainment filled proper suggestions. I know we were speaking of fatalities earlier. My prop suggestion is new Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is just sorry. That's
forgot about that. Yeah, because you reminded me. I'll go see it.
No. Yeah, no. So this came out last night on HBO Max. Shouts to my brother, let me use this account. I like that. So yeah, oh my god, there's 2 Mortal Kombat movies before this. Annihilation, I think just Mortal Kombat. This may be the best Mortal Kombat movie of the 3.
Really?
Yeah, like the humor in it is perfect for Mortal Kombat. The action, I haven't watched an action movie in a long time, so maybe that's it. But there are moments where like they were doing some like the fatalities where I was like, oh shit. Like it was crazy to actually see it. So very gory on that end, but not too gratuitous. There's a story behind it. If there's been years of people trying to get a Mortal Kombat going for like the last 25 years, and it's cool to see that now that it's been backed by like a Warner Brothers and it's in this big production that they pulled it off and they did a good job. I loved it. It was really good.
Yeah, I did see that they dropped it, the 7-minute thing.
Yeah, I think it was like the opening scene. I believe they released prior.
Yeah, I got my girl's HBO Max account, so I would definitely be watching that.
Highly recommend. Yo, I'm not trying to stun her. Well, it's not me stunning. It's my mom stunning. I'm gonna stunt for my mom, but like they have like this setup here, that large TV in HD. So you boy was chilling with snorkels, watching some Mortal Kombat. It was so nice,
Yeah,
so
man,
nice.
that's dope. See, that's another one of those things like Urkel. It's from the childhood coming back. You know what I'm saying? Doing some grown up stuff.
They need to do some childhood stuff. That's what they need to do. They started off from the jump being like straight adult, like chopping heads off and all that stuff. They need to come back with some like baby Mortal Kombat, where it's like a cartoon and it's like Johnny Cage and Sonya as kids, almost like Rugrats.
Like a prequel.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, that would probably be super violent as well, though. There'd just be like a reptile eating Liu
Killing
Kang's leg
babies.
off. Yeah. But yeah, no, if those that are fans of Mortal Kombat series and those that aren't even fans that are just looking for a fun movie going experience, this would have been great in a movie theater. Like, you know, like people like clap at scenes. This would have had multiple applause breaks. This would have popped off, which, you know, I may start going to movie theaters again now.
Actually, you're pretty much just letting us know that when the movie was done, you stood up and you clapped in your own home.
Yeah, knock it down. Yeah. Yeah, no, it was nice.
I was about to impersonate a person standing up and clapping, but I realized that I don't have any pants on. That'd have been my first edit.
That wouldn't even be an impersonation. That would have just been you being a person standing up clapping.
This is how Kirk was.
No, man, I have pants on. I have pants on.
No, yeah, I want to check that out though. I really do, man. I love Mortal Kombat. As a kid, playing the game was the shit. I remember the other Mortal Kombat movie. I don't remember which one it was I saw though, but I know I was young. So
Was it? Do you remember the opening scene?
were they in the woods in the opening scene?
if it was the second one started off with like they had just won the tournament and they go back to, I believe it was the inner world, and that's when the dude, what's the dude's name, not Shao Kahn, it may have been Shao Kahn actually, comes back and, spoiler alert, kills Johnny Cage within the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Well, that no, I think that was the one I saw then.
Okay, yeah, it may have been the first one. Both were good.
Pretty sure it was the first one because I know I was really young. I remember little pieces of it though.
I remember my mom getting it on pay-per-view, and just like, when you got pay-per-view back then, it would just play for 24 hours. So we had just 24 hours of Mortal Kombat, and I was like, that was a good one. So that one's kind of glued in my head from that.
Every 2 hours, Kirk just standing up and clapping. Yeah.
You know how many times I've gotten get over here by my brother, but he didn't have a spare. He just had an umbrella, and he'd click the thing and it'd pop out.
And then you just glide over to him.
No, I'd cry. I just cry, bro. That should hurt. Like, he just like pop it over right into my chest. I'm like, it'd be a whole thing. He didn't even get to do the rest of his moves.
That's a good brother right there. That means he loves you enough to hurt you.
I don't agree with that, bro. Like, shout out to my younger brother. It was his birthday yesterday. Shout out to Kavon.
Oh, I didn't know you had more than one brother.
Bro, I have like 5 siblings. Yeah. On
really?
my mom's side, my older brother Brian. But on my dad's side, my dad gets down. So
it's always the dad side.
Yeah. So yeah, I have 2 younger brothers and 2 younger sisters. My 2 younger brothers, Kavon, I believe he turned 27, I believe.
Yeah. So you know what I find? You probably know this, but you see how you just called him your brother, you called him your sister. You didn't say that stupid shit that white people say. They be like my half sibling, my half, that's your brother and sister. Stop that half sibling bullshit.
I think it's like, so I think if some people, like, if they aren't really like connected with their siblings, sort of thing, like if they have their father, they're white or whatever, they have siblings from a different mother, sort of thing, but they don't see them. I think a lot of times they'll refer to that as like half, because they have like the closeness and togetherness they have with like the sibling they grew up with. They consider that brother or sister. I always just go brother and sister. I didn't even know the term half brother and sister until I was like 18.
Yo, me too.
Yeah.
Real rap. Me too. All my siblings are half siblings, right? All of them, right?
Yeah.
And I never in my life have said that. I just be like, my brother, my sisters, my brother. Like, I never said that until like I was older. I was like, yo, you have. What does that mean? Like, I even like my stepsister. Like, I knew my stepsister with 24 years of my 33 years, like pretty much most of my life. You know what I'm saying? And I call her my sister. You know what I mean? Like, that's my sister, yo. You know what I'm saying? But like, so to even think of somebody that's actually my blood, to call them my half, I thought shit was just weird, yo. Like,
I think we as society, we put too much of an emphasis on immediate family, like the titles of like brother and sister, mother, father. Like when you have like a cousin or even like a friend that you're really close with, people say, oh, that's like my brother.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like my sister. It's never like, oh yeah, that's like my cousin. It's like, you could have really close cousins. You don't have to relate them to like being your immediate family member. I get the gist, but I think that's something we need to normalize. We need to normalize the the connectivity with cousins and local friends.
We even do that in relationships. You'd be like, yeah, call me daddy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a weird one. Yeah, someone may have called me daddy this week. So.
I already know it. Listen, I already know. Listen, dog, I can tell by you blushing and shit, man. Look, your boy was out there wilding in the NOLA. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to see it though. I'm glad to see it though.
I'm glad to feel it. I'm glad. Glad to feel it, bro. That's. I didn't do any stand-up out there. I was considering it. I was like, let me find a spot. But I think I told you I'm gonna do a solo trip because I have extra credits for the plane thing. Just like, it's pretty much like a free flight.
Yeah.
And I've narrowed it down to Portland, which I'd have to do in December because it's pricey as fuck to go to Portland. And Minneapolis, which I can do in the summer. I never thought to go to. I know.
No, it's hot right now, Minneapolis, bro. They killing niggas like it's
They
sport.
need the negotiator to come through, and your boy's going to come through and bring some peace to Minneapolis. Also, they have some cool museums I want to check out. So yeah, I think that would be kind of cool. And so that's one of the endeavors out there. Go out and
You gotta hit the stage, bro.
yeah.
There's something that's a travel thing that I do. I will not travel anywhere. I gotta hit the stage. I need to interact with the comedians there. I need to get a couple followers from there. Before I go anywhere, I'm online on Facebook, Instagram, trying to figure out where the show is at, who got the shows. Can I get I just want one spot, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, it is a cool thing. Some people get magnets while they're out. Some people get spots though. I think that's kind of a cool thing.
Right.
Yeah, this one I think I'm going to follow through. It looks like things are kind of opening back up on that end of it too. Have you been doing comedy yet, like open mics?
Nah, man, I haven't been indoors. I did. Last thing I've done was shit. What did I do? I
Didn't
just
you
been
do
doing
a
park.
show like in New York?
Yeah, I've been doing park shows and shit. I mean, I really. What show I did? Oh! Damn, I forgot about that. I did a show. This was actually pretty dope. They got like this house. It's a collective house where like artists live in and shit in Brooklyn, and where they had a man O'Henny in the basement of they had an indoor show going on simultaneously in the back, and they had a backyard show going on. So it was like two shows going at the
Two
same time.
comedy shows?
Yeah, it was
Oh.
cool. It was cool. Like, so the audience can go indoor or outdoor. Some of the comedians performed indoor and outdoor. I only performed outdoor though. Like I only went to the backyard thing. It was cool though. Like it was super loose. Everybody was chilling. Everybody was smoking and shit. So it was real chilling though. You know what I mean? It was definitely good vibes. Like I had a good time.
Hmm.
But that was the last thing that I've done, and that was a week ago, last Saturday.
I think I would do an indoor show if it was offered to me now.
You ready?
Yeah. I think like especially after doing the New Orleans thing, like I would have no like the psychological barrier after like being like in a cram club with like 3 bachelorette parties and like there's no like there's a roof so you're inside. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, well, if I can handle that, I think I can handle a place that's doing temperature checks.
Yeah.
And it's filled to like 30% capacity. So
Right.
you know, if you're listening to this now, you boys out here.
Well,
Let them
Kirk,
know.
man, he's vaxxed and ready to go. You know, booking.
I'm gonna say I wish we had our stickers. Our new stickers are coming out because that would be a fun one to share when we go travel all over the place.
Yeah, next time you go, shit, we got to get we got to holler to let the people know we got to holler at our designer, our graphic designer.
Mm.
Our new logo should be done this week.
You're giving them
Hopefully,
timelines on the air. It should be done this week. Yeah.
it is what it is. It should be. I didn't say it will. It should be done this week.
Yeah, that's right. You know what it
And
is, Jeff. It should be.
it better be done. No, no. But as soon as it's done, getting stickers printed. You know, right
Yeah.
right online. It's gonna be look good.
I may get a tattoo of the logo, bro.
Don't do that.
I may get a tattoo.
Do not get a
I've
tattoo.
been aching for a nice chest/neck tattoo.
You're gonna see Kirk with a proper Ebonics tramp stamp.
Yeah, a little hickey stamp right there. Is that a hickey? No, it's a podcast. Like and subscribe, iTunes.
You could get like the QR code posted on your thing. People can put their phone up to it. Like, follow us. All right.
Yo, why don't more prostitutes do that? Like put a barcode, like right, like where the tramp stamp thing is. Just put a barcode and just like PayPal them from there. That's like a good idea. I don't.
It's not. It's actually not a bad idea. You might can start that. You might have to get some people to fund it, but you can probably start this, Kirk.
Yeah, ideas come from talking, and that's what we're doing. And speaking of ideas and following through with them, let's pop in some goals real quick. I'm out here trying to do some goals. I'm about to finish up this goal of dog sitting. Take them out. That's one goal I got to do. This goal for this one, and I have a time limit of today. I gotta complete this goal by today around 4 p.m. I gotta finish up a Cliff Note version of Republic by Plato. I'm doing the Cliff Notes because I don't want to read the whole thing. And I have just this amount left. And yeah, it is overdue. That's right. I'm committing a crime. It's overdue. So I want to return it today, but I haven't finished it yet. So
Oh, I didn't know what you meant when you said overdue. I forgot you go to libraries.
yeah, come on, man. Yeah. So like, oh yeah, I should note that. Yeah, the barcode there. Shout out to Chester. This is the Chester County Library. So yeah, after this, I'm gonna have some coffee and read up about the ideal state of justice.
The ideal state of justice.
No, the whole thing is like defining justice and like how to create the ideal state. Um, it's actually a lot of it kind of plays into what we're seeing now, and like they talk about how like the auxiliaries, which are known as like kind of like the cops in a way, and like the guardians, how they aren't deemed to rule until they are pretty much philosophers, and then they could, if they can make moves based off reason, not off desire or lust. And they're able to like kind of like see things for what they actually are. They're going to be better fit to rule. And when you have people better fit to rule, that's one of the catalysts of creating an ideal state where justice can be obtained. So it's cool so far. Some of it's kind of crazy. But I'll let you know the full review once I finish book 10 and onward, I think.
Gotcha. All right, yeah, you got some reading on your hands today. I got to get back into reading books. I always take like hiatuses when it comes to reading.
Bro, the Cliff Notes situation, this anytime, because there's like a bunch of like classical stuff where it's like I just want to get the main points. In terms of time consumption wise, I don't have the time to sit down and read Moby Dick all day. I probably could read Moby Dick all day. I didn't read Moby Dick all day. I don't like Moby Dick. But with these things, it's like you could just chop this up and like get a classic in within a week.
Yeah.
And you get the main points of it. And then if you really enjoy it, you could follow up and read the full thing. But that's another prop suggestion on Cliff Notes.
Cliff Notes, boom. 2-in-1 segment, Kirk. All right. So my goal.
That's what they say about me.
So my goal was a goal that it's a new goal off of an old goal that fell through.
Okay. Revitalized goal.
So I remember I said I had a venue for my show that I wanted to do.
Oh yeah.
I don't anymore. So that fell through.
What happened?
So they have to build. They wanted to take. They didn't want to do it yet because they said they wanted to build like an area for the show. They didn't just want to do the show in the area that I wanted to do the show in of their restaurant. So it's like, all right, cool. Whatever you want to do, take your time. So my new goal is find a new spot.
All right.
So like I'm not waiting. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm just going like I need to find a new spot. I got a couple of things in mind, you know what I'm saying? I might have something popping off in May, but that's my new goal for myself. So I think that my new goal is to find a new spot.
I know before the focus was New York. Is this new goal open to all of the Northeast?
No, I'm going in Brooklyn. Like that's where I'm at most of the time. So it's like I'm not going to do a show in like Philly and then have to come from New York to Philly or go from Lancaster to Philly. So I'm just going to do it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm doing it. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna cut you off. But is there still a place? I think it was in Williamsburg called like the Knitting Factory.
Is that I don't know if I remember what's the name.
Hannibal had a show
there. Hannibal Burris had a show. Yeah, very popular show there. I'm pretty sure it's still around the Knitting Factory. Pretty sure, but yeah, I don't. Yeah, I got some things in mind. You know what I'm saying? It might be smaller than I wanted them to be. It might be a little more intimate setting.
Ooh.
But I got something in mind. You know what I'm saying? You know, a little secret location type thing. That's always intriguing for people.
Damn. For whatever reason, I think you're talking about like the back of an H&M. I don't know why I keep thinking that. I know that's not what you're talking about. But...
It's not the back of an H&M, but it might be the back of something else. You know,
a Uniqlo.
the back of a Soul Cycle. No. Yeah, but no, that's my goal though. I need to get this shit popping because I said when I say things online, I stand by it. And I said when it's 60 degrees regularly, I'm gonna have a show, and it's been that except for 2 days ago. But like, I'm gonna get this shit popping. So that's my new goal again.
Yeah, look out for it, man. Look out for the stickers. Look out for the shows. Look out for the ideal state where justice can be obtained. This has been a good one, man. Is it nice talking and all that stuff? I'm gonna
Wise.
let these damn dogs out. Sorry for calling you guys that.
I gotta let myself out too, though. I had to pee for like the last 15 minutes, yo. Really bad.
I've been peeing in this bottle. Recycle. Like, subscribe, podcast, and all that stuff. And yeah, we're around. Peace.
Oosh.